Welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim, and today on What's Up on the Ridge, we're going to drive around Kubota and check our trail cameras. Lots to see.
Heading up to Meteor Valley, you see this rock formations here look like something off the planet Mars, and it just all throughout this valley here. That's why we call it Meteor Valley. I'm pretty sure it's a natural formation from some sort of slag off old foundry or something that was poured out here, but it's just that whole side of the mountain right there just covered in that slag, and it's like the earth is boiled up and left this material on the ground. As we come up, we always say like a meteor smashed into the earth and stopped right before the barn. I always thought that was cool. So we're going to come up this steep hill here up to the barn and see where our rabbits are, our chickens off to the right. We just love the top of the ridge here. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous scene.
I am way behind in checking our trail cam videos. Normally I do it the end of every month. Well, it is almost Christmas and I haven't collected November's trail cam cards yet. So we should see a lot of activity on these cards. Well, some of them may have actually ran out of memory and some of my batteries are dead. So I'm crossing my fingers we get a bunch.
Heading out again away from the barn, the Meteor Valley is off to the left. This is like a natural bridge area. And it's kind of scary going across it in the Kubota. The Kubota's a 2,600 pound vehicle, and this little narrow arrow right here. I mean, four-wheelers go across that easy, but in the Kubota it's kind of scary. And this little plateau right here, tons of bucks are coming through here. I just put a trail camera up here. The log home build is off to the right there, and I've got neighbors off to the left. And since we built the log home, these deer are crossing right through this ridge area from the valley, the gulch, crossing over right there. So I definitely need to get me a tree stand brought back over here, because these are some really big bucks you're gonna see in these trail cameras on this card right here. I think you're really gonna enjoy that. Looking across these valleys, just gorgeous. Imagining the time it took to create these valleys. Look how large these trees are through here. Again, that's looking back across around Meteor Valley there. And there's just some super large oak trees down through that valley. And then, of course, coming around over by the valley, by the gulch, it's just the formations. And you can see the log home build is just off through the woods right there. The deer used to cross that field and turkey and everything. Now they're funneled through this valley, this gulch here. Coming down off the ridge into this little valley here. Pretty hairy, pretty muddy, pretty nasty. I get lots of bobcat coming right through here. This is the valley camera. I get tons of bobcat and fox, coyote, very, very nice deer coming through here, but where the prey are, that's where the predators will be too. When I first got the Kubota, this is the trail that broke my right rear axle. It was really muddy. Again, all these trails I've made myself. These are all just washouts and stuff. Now they're my trails for the ridge property. But yeah, I was coming down through here and hit one of these sinkholes and just snapped that right rear axle when I first got it. Coming up here on the field, this is the field where we do all of our hunting. I've got 3 cameras on this field, and we catch so many beautiful animals coming and going off this field. tree stand right here overlooking the field. It's the first tree stand I put in. This tree stand saw my son Morgan shoot his first deer, harvest his first deer. It was pretty amazing. He's gotten a second one off this field, not this tree stand. I've also got my first muzzleloader buck off that tree stand. And love hunting off this field. Of course, now we have the log home off to the back right there, and it has kind of reduced the activity. And I didn't do a food plot this year I got behind a little bit, but still lots. I got a really nice 8-point off this field this year. But I do plan on building putting in a new field on the top middle of the ridge, not too far back, but we'll put a new hunting field, and we're going to move livestock onto this field. You'll see hopefully some hair sheep, Scottish Highland cattle, and all that. Now we're coming up on this tree stand here I really love. This is the tree stand where we've caught three or four swarms of bees, honeybees, yes. We have put our swarm traps up in here, and bees just flock to it, and it's pretty amazing. We've increased our numbers of bees in our apiary immensely just due to catching bees out of this tree stand. I also got my first crossbow harvest, a doe out of this tree stand with a crossbow. First time I ever shot one with a crossbow. It's just a beautiful, beautiful area out here. We're getting more deep into it, and it's just amazing. I found this sign, Royal Crown Cola. Man, that's it. Just, I don't know if there was a store out there, or if I wouldn't think I didn't see much dumped, but just a cool old sign. I thought about bringing in or restoring it, but we just leave it out there. It's just part of the character of the ridge. Now we're getting back up into the deeper and thicker. Well, there's more hardwoods in the back, but I don't really go back in this part of the property very much. I pretty much let the wildlife have it. I do have some trail cameras out here, but I only go out here really to check these trail cameras about once a month. So much activity, and I really want to give the animals a refuge, not to have too much pressure on them. So they do venture out into our parts, and that's whenever I can harvest one. I will be again putting a hunting field off behind this area, and hopefully draw more of them out. I'll put a food plot up there and everything. But I coming through here, I hit a stick, whacked back and hit me in the nose, and you'll see here later in the video, probably you see my nose is bleeding. I didn't actually know it cut me until I got back in the house. But it's some thick stuff trying to get through here. I'd say this area right here is right in the very center of the back 30. And this is a crossing for so many animals. This trail cam here gets so many. I'm talking fox and coyote and just all kinds of animals. Raccoon, possum, turkey, just everything. Look at these cedars. I got so many different types of vegetation here on the ridge. We've got cedar, spruce, white pine, hardwoods like oak and hickory. And I got dogwood, just a beautiful, beautiful area. And behind this, there's so much hardwood. Look at this rub. This is a big buck has come up and has rubbed his brow tines, just rubbed hard. And this is pretty fresh too. And again, guys, this is Christmas time, and so still fresh, still bucks. The does go in heat 2 times. They go in heat in November. And then if they didn't get impregnated in November, 28 days later, they'll go in heat again. So lots of activity still going on here at Christmas, here on the ridge. Now we're getting back towards the north side of the property, about as far as you can get away from the Ridge farmhouse. And we've got a little logging trail. This is one of the few trails I did not put in. And these deer are walking it up and down. Now, we had new neighbors came in on the very north side of the property, and they've got tons of dogs. And the dogs just roam. I'm catching them like crazy on my trail cams. You can see he was messing with something. And what he was messing with was this. This is an animal carcass that has been picked clean. And I got a trail cam right next to this, and you're going to see in my next trail cam video what what was going on here. The dogs didn't do this, I don't think, but he was having a go at it. And you can see there's a house or something right there on that property line. Again, this was the only trail I did not put in here on the ridge. All the other trails were done by chainsaw and tractor. This is a logging road, I guess, that was originally here. You can see so much dumped. There's all kinds of metal. And right here's where I broke the Kubota symbol off the front of my Kubota. I was pushing those trees. I should have got out and pushed them out of the way, but I got home and I was missing the Kubota symbol. And me and my son went back, Morgan, and he found it. And so I'll have to put that back on the front. Now this is coming out to the entrance to the north side of the property where you're going up to the log home entrance. I'm going to be clearing all of this off to the right and around the corner to the left. It's going to connect to the main field we normally hunt off of, and that's where the hair sheep and the Scottish Highland cattle and all that are going to be pinned up, corralled up. So I can't wait to see these cedar trees. Just amazing. Again, the natural diversity on the ridge. I feel totally and extremely blessed to be allowed here. So now we're coming back around. We went through the field and we're back in the valley. Meteor Valley is off to the right. Now we're going up to the gulch. The gulch, I've got a tree stand up on top by the pond near the gulch. And this is where the Big Wood Challenge videos were filmed. See those big giant oaks to the right on that little natural crest? I just don't know how all that naturally formed. Just a wondrous sight. What God, look at this tree and look at that amazing tree right there. But this is the gulch. It's just a deep ravine with all these old trees in it. So this thing has just been here for hundreds of years, growing up like this. And again, the natural plateau up on the ridge, the barn off to the right, the pond over there, and then the pines all up to the left, deer trails going left and right. This is the area where the yellow jackets stung me to kingdom come. I was clearing these shooting lanes right here in the gulch, and yellow jackets came up out of the ground and just tore me up. If you haven't seen those videos, I'm sure you'll be laughing at me. This old Kubota, old diesel engine. It's not a fast rocket, but man, it's got some power. Video does not do this hill justice coming down the gulch, but it is steep. That right there is steep, and this thing just powers on through.
Hope you enjoyed our little trek around the Ridge property today. I didn't show you all the trail cameras. Got to keep some of them hidden for security there. I can't wait to see the bucks that are on these cameras. So check back soon for trail camera videos. You're going to enjoy what you see. I almost guarantee it. You saw those rubs out there on some of them big trees, and I guarantee there's a ton more out there off the trail. So make sure you subscribe to Ridge Life. Hit the notification bell to be notified anytime a new video comes out. And as always, I hope everyone has a blessed day, and go Ridge Life.